Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Hey!
Hi.
Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess.
Good morning.
Yep. If you're wondering, everything in the comedy scene is fine, and nobody's taking stupid chances or doing crazy publicity stunts.
Not me, at least.
Yeah, not Jess, at least.
I would never.
We're purists.
I keep it above the board.
Yeah, we're comedy purists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I only clean and shiny.
Yeah. Let's do the news, and then we'll get to...
Oh, my God. We're not even going to, banter a little bit. Holy shit.
Well, we
okay.
got a lot. Well, I want... If I get going, I have a lot I want to talk to you about. So, if you just listen to this podcast for the news...
well, you're in luck.
It's good that you want to stay informed.
We're getting to it for the first minute.
Yeah, but you might want to hang out this afternoon because there's stuff going on.
Oh.
Okay, it's from the BBC 2 days ago when I got the article, so 3 days ago now.
Okay.
Which is January.
Doesn't matter.
No idea what day it is.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Merseyside police officer taking notes on the parking of the white learner car covered with L plates. Oh, wait, okay. Driving teacher fined for illegal parking
What
in
the hell?
lesson.
What?
A driving teacher was fined for parking illegally. The instructor had stopped so the student could quickly visit a shop, police said. A learner driver and their instructor who parked on double yellow lines because the student wanted to visit a shop have registered a complete fail.
Ooh.
After they responded by police and found, I don't know why I picked this. This is so stupid.
Is this literally the article?
Officers were maybe something exciting will happen.
I doubt it. Officers
were on patrol in Liverpool city centre when they noticed the vehicle with its L plates parked up in London Road on Saturday. L means learner, In a social media post, Merseyside police said both were dealt with for obstruction of the live lane and footway while the learner went to the shop.
Oh, what shop?
I don't know, probably like Crumpets.
Crumpets. I was thinking Claire's.
Yeah, whatever they're into. The officer's response drew support from the local residents, with one commenting, "That's certainly a lesson learned."
A lesson learned?
Yeah, that's just a little...
You gotta say it in a British accent.
Yeah, that's just a little article I found.
Are you fucking kidding me? That was it?
It's just a little...
And you made us fly into that?
What do you mean?
I don't even understand.
That's just a little snack.
That was like an appetizer.
Yeah.
A little teaser.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
to wet the palate.
Politico.
Oh, for
January
fuck's
10th.
sake.
Polish general fired after missing anti-tank mines were found in IKEA. That's a little better,
huh? Off in IKEA? Huh? Well, we'll see. Go for it.
The mishap only came to light when the military was called to ask when they would collect their mines.
Hey, when are we going to get our mines back? Hey, remember those mines that I let you borrow?
Yeah. And it's IKEA, so you have to put the mines together yourself. It's like,
Wait,
it's confusing instructions.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Surprise.
So the guy was dismissed. The Polish general was fired. The official statement does not elaborate on the reasons of the dismissal.
Probably the missing mine.
But local media linked it. Yeah. Local media linked it to the disappearance of the anti-tank mines in June of 2024. We would like to inform you, this is their official statement.
Oh my God.
Which is my favorite. We would like to inform you that on January 9th, 2025, by the decision of the Minister of Defense, the head of the Support Inspectorate, Major General Artur Kepczynski, was dismissed from his post, the Polish Defense Ministry shared in a post on X. Kepczynski's job as the head of the Support Inspectorate was, among other things, to manage the logistics support system. So this is a logistics problem.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
The official statement does not elaborate on the reasons of the dismissal.
What?
Yeah, it's the same. I don't know why they have the same paragraph again. According to the reports, soldiers failed to unload part of the train carrying over 1,000 tons of explosives in total.
Okay.
And the anti-tank mines continued to circulate around the country before they went missing. Okay. So they didn't get the mines off the train, and the train just kept going around the country, dropping off other stuff.
Yeah, and one of the places is IKEA.
Yeah, and then somebody basically...
Okay, that makes sense.
...was like, oh, it's a delivery for us.
Yeah, and then they put it in aisle 3.
Yeah, there's like, we don't know what to do with this.
How much is it?
So we're just going to,
like, put it on clearance immediately?
Yeah. On paper, false information about the number of mines was provided. So they were like... The place that was supposed to get the mines, they're worried that they messed up. So
they're lying.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, we got all 34 mines.
Right.
And they know they're supposed to be like,
and IKEA is over there like, we got this extra package.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are we going to do with it?
Yeah. I love this. Officials apparently became aware of the problem when the weapons were found sitting in the IKEA warehouse, at which point somebody called the military to ask when they would collect their mines.
Hey, when are you guys gonna? Hey, who do you call? You call the army?
Yeah, you call the army.
You just call the army.
We should try. Actually, you know what they have?
What is the army number?
I know they have like a disposal. Like you'd call the bomb squad around here is what you'd do. You'd call like 911 and be like, "There's an explosive."
Obviously, that's what you would do.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
It said they called the army, which I think is hilarious. That's like trying to call Google.
Well, it's the Polish army. So there's not as much stuff.
You think that they have a direct line?
Well, I think other countries it's easier. I mean, they probably called like a local base.
Right.
Like
I just think it's hilarious that they said they called the army.
Yeah. I wonder what happens if we would try to
That's what I'm saying. Call the army. Is that like an 811 number or like
I don't know. Who would you call?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could call Josh.
I would call Josh and be like, hey, I've like fucking I found all these explosives.
And be like, hey, you're in the army.
Hey, can you get a hold of the army?
Yeah.
The army.
That's really it. Yeah. An investigation into the matter was opened last year, which is currently ongoing. The prosecutor's office said on Friday. Kepczynski did not immediately respond. That's a good name, isn't it?
That's nice.
Kepczynski did not immediately respond to Politico's request for comment.
Of course.
Didn't have a lot to say.
Well, whoops. What do you say?
He's so busy leaving mines, it's time to leave comments.
Like, what do you say? Like, my bad.
I like it when people are terrible at their jobs and it doesn't really, like, affect me. Like,
what if those mines exploded?
That'd be a problem. They're like anti-tank mines, which are nuts. They're huge.
Are they? That's hilarious.
Yeah, they're meant to take out tanks. You know what that would do to the inside of an IKEA? Like a bunch of cheap furniture and shit.
I just imagine that they're all like leaning against it, like putting their remember like that esophagus thing where they're like putting their drinks on it and like
do not call back to the sarcophagus.
But like I just imagine they're like, just like it's just like a box of pallets that they're just like leaning on and they're like, oh my God, what a rough day. And like hit it.
That really is. Yeah. They're like, God damn it. Like, it's like the way you punch a wall.
Right.
Like,
so like, frustrated.
It's like the worst thing to punch in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anti-tank mine.
Could be really bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this one. I like this one.
Okay.
WPXI.com news staff, January 12th.
Okay? January 12th.
Yeah. Verona, Pennsylvania. A man is facing multiple drug charges after police say he was seen trying to use cocaine in the Giant Eagle parking lot.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giant Eagle. That's why you just got to do it at the regular Giant. You can't be going to Giant Eagle because
what's a Giant? Because I've been to these places before.
A Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
It's just a grocery store.
It's like a Safeway.
Yeah. It's just like a
when I was in
more expensive.
When I was in Virginia, they had Food Lions.
Yeah, you got to go to a Food Lion.
That was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same shit. Like in the Food Lion, a Safeway. Winco.
I feel like a Food Lion is like a step below a Safeway. A Safeway is kind of nicer than a Food Lion.
When there was all these buyouts and like Safeway and Albertsons became like the same company, did you know that in California, a lot of the Safeways became Albertsons. In Washington, the Albertsons became Safeways.
Really?
Because for some reason in California, it was like Albertsons were seen as like a better brand.
They were doing better.
Yeah, and in Washington, Safeways were seen as better, and Albertsons were seen as not as good.
I always thought Albertsons was more uppity.
Yeah, that's because you're not from around here. I think
Right.
most people think that Safeway.
Or I also thought that Fred Meyer was super expensive too
Yeah.
when I first moved here.
Well, I think Fred Meyer, all that stuff is like being bought and sold. I can't remember the exact, because there's like Kroger,
Oh, yeah.
which I think I can't remember how it all works, but like they're trying to block it
Yeah.
because it's not good just to have like one company
I love
running all the grocery stores.
I love Fred Meyer.
Yeah, Fred Meyer rules. That's where I got Brittany's engagement ring.
I got grandma's something from there. Or did I got somebody something? Yeah, I bought jewelry from Fred Meyer too.
Yeah, they get good jewelry there.
I buy all my sweaters from Fred Meyer too.
That one?
No, this one I got from Valley Village.
Oh, okay,
Valley
so
Village last night.
What you just said was a lie.
Not all of my sweaters. Also, did you know that old people die as soon as they get their hips replaced?
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that too. Hey, warning out there, anybody who's facing potential hip replacement surgery,
you might as well just
you're
start
gonna die.
Start shopping for a coffin now because it's fucking over.
Forget what doctors say. Okay.
Oh man, I listened to the podcast yesterday. That was awkward.
Yeah. Wait, who did?
Huh? I said I did.
Oh, you did? Was it?
Yeah, because I'm our biggest fan.
Yeah.
And I listened to it and I was like, ooh, rough morning.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild take on your part. A Verona Police Department official says officers were patrolling the Verona Giant Eagle around 8:40 p.m. Saturday when a highly intoxicated man, possibly under the influence of fentanyl, was seen going into the store and leaving a short time later.
Man, I used to always go and get drunk in the Safeway parking lot. Like,
yeah, that's common.
but like I would buy my alcohol from Safeway. It's not, you can't like buy your cocaine.
Yeah, you can't buy fentanyl from Albertsons and then go get drunk at Safeway.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That does sound like a good time though.
It is.
There is like a teeny tiny piece of me that's like, I could get drunk in a parking lot right now.
The Safeway, so when I was growing up, there was a Chevron that was not that far from me. And then the Safeway was a little bit farther. And if I didn't have any if I didn't have any weed or whatever, I would just go down and hang out at the Chevron. And there was a guy at the Chevron that would let me steal cigarettes.
Nice.
And then him and his girlfriend were doing a lot of heroin. And I would sit out in the parking lot. I was like 14, and I would color. They had like, his girlfriend was always high on heroin, and she had like coloring books.
Nice.
And I would like color with her and smoke cigarettes. And I was like, I'm a person.
Look at her having a hobby.
Yeah. I felt bad for him because like he let me do it like once or twice.
And then you just took advantage of it and did it all the time.
Yeah. And then like it became a thing where like I'd have like friends with me and,
God,
and they
y'all
knew
would
that
all
I could
steal.
get no. They knew that I could get cigarettes. And I'd just be like, I'd just look at him and just be like, and grab like a handful. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry, dude. And I'd leave.
Aww.
And it was like, and he'd be like, dude, Sam. Dude. It's like, oh man, sorry.
Oh, wow.
That's that addiction
I used to do
shit.
but with Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like eye contact while you're stealing?
Yeah, because you
With
could get
who?
like...
Your friend was working at a store or something?
No, there was this old, like, there was this old gas station that you could go to. And they would have Tootsie Rolls, and you could get, they were a penny each. And then you would go and...
You stole them, they were a penny.
No, I didn't steal them. I just grabbed them by the handful.
Without paying.
Without paying, and then I put them in my pants.
Yeah, there you go. Your stretch pants.
I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
I like it. So was it you that told me that you used to shoplift, but you were
Yeah.
wearing like stretch pants?
Yeah, I put the lollipop or the popsicle in there.
Yeah. A Verona Police Department official, a Verona officer went to check on a man's welfare and saw him attempt to use cocaine while in a parked vehicle in the lot. I don't know why this cracks me up. This is the best part, though. At this point, the man, who Verona police officials identify as Ethan Murphy, 25, of Indiana, was taken into custody and the cocaine seized. Officers also searched Murphy's vehicle, finding heroin-related drug paraphernalia. Officers say they also found several partially eaten strawberries taken from Giant Eagle in Murphy's pockets. He's on one, dude. Yeah.
Poor guy.
I'm not reading the headlines anymore, but the headline for this is what caught my attention.
What was that?
It was like, man found eating stolen strawberries, doing cocaine in grocery store parking lot. I was like, yeah, dude.
That feels like home.
Murphy was taken to the Allegheny County Jail and now faces several drug-related charges, along with retail theft and public drunkenness.
Yeah, I'm surprised I never got one of those.
Yeah. So before we start this one, I'm just gonna say that if you don't want to hear about like sexual assault, pedophile stuff, you should stop listening, because
you should have stopped listening
a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I wanted to cover this
goodness,
a
trigger warning.
Yeah. I wanted to cover this just because like it caught my eye. This is from I don't know. It's from this place called the Christian News, which seems like a
totally valid and.
No, it is. I'm serious. No, it's not. It's not what I thought it was. When I first saw it, I was like, because what they're doing is they're attempting to hold this person accountable, and the article is pretty good. So
okay.
Oh God, I'm just gonna say it. Chuck Adair, a lifetime registered sex offender who was once listed on America's Most Wanted for running off with an underage parishioner, is now a ministry leader at Grace Place Church of Christ in Duncanville, Texas.
Sounds right.
And a part-time staffer with Watermark Community Church in Dallas.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? At least it's known.
Yeah.
You know, so many of them are undocumented pedophiles, and so many of them are undocumented fucking perverts. So at least
I can't believe
the church knows
that you would. I get the whole like everybody deserves forgiveness, like turn the other cheek thing, but why would you put this man in any sort of like position of authority? This is a dangerous predator, warned survivor advocate Amy Smith in a video shared on X on January 1st. He should not have a position of leadership as a pastor. He was not being truthful about keeping away from children.
Well, yeah.
If you get a job at a church or a school and you're like, listen, I'll keep away from the children. Okay, so I'll just work with the adults. That way, I'm not tempted.
How is that even possible?
Yeah.
How do you have service?
I don't know. In a recent statement addressing Adair's work with the church, Watermark elders Todd Anders, Timothy Attique, Ben Caldwell, Mickey Friedrich, Blake Holmes, and Rob Thomas said he has been an active member of the church since 2017 and does both volunteer and paid work with their prison ministry. They also stated that Adair does not work with minors and their relationship with him is guided by care and common sense.
Can you see my face?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, God. How terrifying and gross.
It makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
Mr. Adair was convicted in 1996 and completed his community supervision in 2006. Mr. Adair has been an active member of Watermark since 2017.
So he was either in prison or at least like dealing with this shit for 10 years.
Yeah. So he probably did 5 years, and then he probably had another 5 years of community supervision. I don't know, but I'm kind of talking out of my ass, though. Is that he volunteers in our prison ministry and with Watermark's adult recovery ministry, where he occasionally teaches.
Yeah, so he's not around the children. He's just around people who have children.
Yeah. He is also employed part-time as a coach with Watermark Resources, remotely helping other churches implement Watermark's recovery program. in their local church context. Mr. Adair does not serve on our staff in a pastoral role. That's from these. I don't know what watermark recovery is.
I don't either.
It worries me. It sounds like It sounds like what do you call it? I know. It sounds like Celebrate Recovery, which I'm actually like totally fine with. Like I don't care. Like however people can stop.
You think that this watermark is pedophile recovery?
No, I don't think it's pedophile recovery. I think
it's just regular recovery.
Because what happens with a lot of these church-based recovery programs is it's for everything. So it's like any sin or whatever. So like maybe you mess around on your wife, or maybe you do fentanyl, or maybe you fuck kids.
You don't fuck kids, you rape kids.
Yeah. You know, that's what I meant. So yeah, maybe that's what he does. So
God.
like he's helping, like who best
to
help someone who truly understands. This is crazy.
The biggest of sinners.
Listen to this. Adair, who is now 62, was convicted of sexual assault of a child and sentenced to 10 years in prison in 1996, according to previous reporting by the Dallas Morning News. That conviction came after he initiated a sexual relationship with a girl he met in his youth group while working for Garnett Church of Christ in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1990. I can't justify it, Adair told the Dallas Morning News in 2012, because it is inappropriate at every level.
Yeah, they didn't say how old the girl was.
They do later.
Oh.
Yeah. He would eventually leave that church to join Golf Course Road Church of Christ in Midland, Texas. This is where he would meet Kristen Berryhill when she was just 13. There's an age.
Jesus.
In 1992. The girl frequently visited his house, where he told his then wife, Missy, that he was just counseling the girl. Berryhill's parents questioned the nature of Adair's relationship with their daughter in 1993. In 1994, when she turned 15, Adair admitted that others began to notice that he and the young teenager were a little too close. To avoid getting fired, Adair resigned from Golf Course Road Church of Christ in December 1994. He told the Dallas Morning News that he begged for forgiveness and planned to stop seeing the underage teen, but he eventually began having sex with her.
Instead. Whoopsie.
I
was gonna break up with her.
I skim these to make sure, because like basically what I'm doing is like I find these news articles and I'm like copy and pasting them into a Word document, and like I have to kind of skim them to like check to make sure I didn't, because I copy and paste like ads and shit, and I have to make sure the ads are gone. And I don't know if I would have done this had I just read it, because I was like, it's good for us to cover like a serious thing,
right?
But like, I feel like I'm about to throw up. Like, you know what? It's weird is it's not about like, it's like the rape is terrible, but like the justification and like the back bending and the like, it makes me insane to hear people justify shit. Just shut the fuck up and like disappear and go. Like, if you did horrendous shit and you want like some form of redemption, like you don't need to be a pastor.
Well, he's a fucking sick in the head
narcissist. Go live in a cabin in the woods by yourself and make money and donate it to victim relief efforts or something.
How's he gonna have sex with children?
Oh, Jesus
if he
Christ.
does that.
And I cannot believe that he's not like, I'm sorry, but like so many of these folks, like it's like they have that switch in their head and they can't fucking turn it off, and he's going to do it again.
Oh, he's like, doing it already, I am sure. Like usually like what with like usually he'll find, a parent or someone to bring him a child.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
To put him in a position of power is what's like so gross, and like that means that there are like people who are following him and who think that he is okay.
It gets worse.
Good.
So he told that he begged for forgiveness and planned to stop seeing the underage teen, but he eventually began having sex with her.
Well, exactly. I mean, it had to have been bad. It was 10 years. It wasn't like when you said he was dating this girl, I was like, for a second, I was like, oh, well, maybe it was she was 16 and he was 17, you know, and that's a little bit different.
I'm going to fucking...
But this is not... Yeah. This is not the case.
He absconded with the 15-year-old, and an alert was issued on America's Most Wanted. He was arrested after just 11 days on the run in May of 1995 at a Las Vegas motel.
That's a long time.
After his conviction in 1996, Adair went on to marry his victim in 1998 when she turned 18 while he was in prison. My God,
poor thing.
He was 38. The marriage only lasted for 2 years. Berryhill, who claimed her relationship with Adair was consensual, divorced him in 2000.
Yeah.
Prior to being paroled in 2005 and returning to Dallas, Adair received sex offender treatment.
He's been reformed. Oh, that poor girl. She was groomed from who knows what age, but my golly. Glad she got out.
Adair did not immediately respond to questions from the Christian Post on Tuesday about his current involvement in ministry, but a longtime member of Golf Course Road Church of Christ, who declined sharing her name publicly, told CP on Tuesday that it's difficult to say whether or not Adair should or not be in ministry.
It's not, though. It's really simple to say, and the answer is he shouldn't.
Yeah, he should not be
you see how easy I can say that?
Anywhere near anyone under 18. Yeah. And actually, maybe even like...
I think that he shouldn't be in a position of leading people.
Yeah. I think 18 is a weird number, too, because like I think what we're talking about is like power dynamics and like when you're...
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that he should be in a position of power.
Yeah. Yeah. Watermark elders said in a statement that they engage with Adair with full knowledge of his past, but they believe he brings value to their ministry to adults.
To the adults.
Yeah. Mr. Adair has spoken openly and honestly about his past offenses as a means of pointing others to Christ's redemptive work in his life. Watermark is aware of Mr. Adair's status as a registered sex offender and his previous completion of his required community supervision parole. While Mr. Adair has no legal restrictions preventing him from visiting our campus in light of his past transgressions, Mr. Adair has long agreed with Watermark's leaders that he should not be permitted to provide child care or volunteer in any ministry to minors, the elders wrote.
Well, why, you guys?
Mr.
Why not?
Adair's,
Like, I just don't understand. Like, if you think he's fine and he's reformed and he's better, why won't you let him around your children?
Yeah.
Let him around your kids. Come on.
Mr. Adair's past has disqualified him from ministering to minors, but it has not disqualified him from the grace of God or participation in the body of Christ through service to other adults, including through our recovery and prison ministries.
Fuck him. Fuck that guy.
Dude, it's
and that church and that city in Texas. Fuck that.
I want to I know that not everybody can see this because people listen to it and don't watch it, but this is almost 2 pages of text, right? About how this guy, not this top part, that was that story about the guy doing cocaine in that grocery store parking lot. That little top part, there's a line there. Everything below that line. Mm-hmm. This is all about how justification for a registered sex offender to be preaching
having sex with children
in a ministry. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Are you booked on Thursday?
This Thursday? I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
I needed a criminal.
Yeah. Wait, is it at TCC?
No, at the club.
Oh, really? Oh, you're doing the show there too.
We're doing a
different one.
An interrogation show.
Oh, okay, that'd be fun.
And Simon Gibson was.
I love Simon.
I know he's there this weekend.
Yeah, Simon's great. Did you see I posted a thing about Simon? It's really rare.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't usually promote other comedians on my social media.
Did you promote for this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I did. I shared something on my story. I was like, go see Simon. I think Simon's a unique talent.
I do too. He's so funny.
I think he's very, very funny and he's very, very unique. And he's also like a grade A human being, like a real weirdo in the best sense of the word. I hope he continues to get the bookings that he needs to do this. So,
he was supposed to co-host this show on Thursday and then headline Friday and Saturday. But I guess he's not going to be able to come into town. So
make it in time.
The producer of that show just messaged me, and he was like, "What about Sam Miller? I don't know him personally, but what do you think?"
Yeah, what about him? Good question. What about Sam?
Yeah, you can't afford him.
What about Sam?
Sorry.
You can. It's not as much as you think. About Sam.
About Sam.
Yeah. So 90 days ago, my Facebook got in trouble.
Jesus Christ, we know.
And now it's not in trouble anymore. Mm-hmm. Threw me off a little bit.
You've been very thrown by the fact that like your Facebook is doing so well.
Yeah.
You have trauma.
Yeah.
You have
That's what it is. I don't want to say it, but it's like
you're afraid of it happening again.
Oh God.
And it's terrifying.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so worried that like it's all gonna like fall. Cause like so basically for 90 days I've just been posting reels. So I post like 2 reels a week. And so you have basically like, what is that? 12 weeks, maybe like 20. It's like 20 reels.
Yeah. 503.
Yeah, 500. So basically I've posted about 20 reels over the past 90 days. And like what happened is like whatever switch flipped off, flipped back on.
Right.
And it said that instead of my page is derecommended, it says that my page is at risk now of being derecommended. So it actually bumped up a level. So it's like it is being recommended to new people.
Nice.
And I think a couple of those videos started doing well. And then like a couple more started doing well. And like what terrifies me is the joke that's like really blowing up is that one about like smoking meth out of light bulbs.
Again?
Which is like so no. It's a different one about smoking meth out of light bulbs. And God, it's so scary, you know? Yeah. But it is.
Got to email Facebook real quick and be like, "Hey, don't freak out.
Don't freak out.
Well, it shouldn't be an issue now, isn't it? Because there aren't any rules on Facebook, right?
I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
I don't either.
I don't believe it. I don't believe anything.
Well, you shouldn't because I think that's the whole thing. Is like nothing has to be true anymore. Kitty.
Don't hit the camera.
Yeah, but I think you definitely have a little PTSD.
It's just
post-traumatic.
I don't.
Facebook disorder.
Yeah, I got so used to it's like okay I'm like Instagram, like I'll just do this and my Instagram's doing great. I hit 70,000.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and my fucking Facebook actually went down at one point. It dipped under 126 because during these last 90 days I was generally losing like 10 followers a day.
Yeah.
Which when you have like 125,000 is not that big of a deal to lose 10 a day.
Right. But
it actually dipped. And you know what's crazy is I don't think that was people unfollowing me. That's people deleting their Facebook accounts and stuff like that.
Getting rid of it.
Yeah, or people dying. You know.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah. Like that's so I don't understand what happens when
Jesus.
How was that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Facebook doesn't know when you die.
I think it can kind of figure it out. Your cat's going to fuck up that camera.
The cat has been fucking up things for the last 5 minutes.
Dude, your cat's a terror. Dude, your cat was trying to get inside of the printer earlier. It was fascinating. But yeah, it's going well and I'm okay. And I'm going to like my meetings and like I went and worked out yesterday and I went and saw Wicked with Brittany. Nice. Which she really wanted to do, and we ate some Mexican food. And like today, like I have some stuff I need to knock out, but I'm gonna go downtown and drink coffee after this and hang out with my friends and have some pizza and shit before I go home and pack.
Talk to the locals.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my people, and I called people yesterday and talked to people, and I'm just doing everything that I need to do, because yesterday. In these days, so when I get back from Texas, like I'm seeing a psychiatrist about the ADHD stuff.
Thank God.
And like any day where I get a whole bunch of stuff done feels like a miracle. And any day where I don't get enough done feels like this defeat.
Right.
And like that's not a good way to live. Like you shouldn't have there should be stuff in the middle.
Right. Well, and it's okay to have a down day.
Yeah, totally. So, it's all good. Yeah. You've been getting some stuff. You've been managing up.
Oh my goodness. You're
doing fine.
I've just been doing everything I can, like finding, anybody and everybody that I can think of to email.
What do the emails look like? Are you like, hey, my name's Jess Anderson. I represent Sam Miller.
Well, so for each one Samantha and I develop a pitch. So if it's for a radio station, then we'll send like a specific one that says like, if like I sent a bunch out in like every radio station near Astoria. And, or if it's like a podcast, I'm like, here's the reasons. And then I'll put like why Sam would be a good fit for your show. And then I put your credits in there and send a video and, I make it, a nice pitch. But I don't know if I'm putting too much information in, if I'm not, or if I'm overwhelming them, or if it's just, I've never sent out like press releases before. So I don't know like what, how, if there is a lot of feedback or like if it's just, you just don't hear anything. And, cause I really have not, like the news outlets that I've sent, I've not heard back from.
Well, a lot of like local news, local radio, a lot of those places are really struggling.
Right.
So like.
So you would think that they would want a fucking nationally touring comedian.
Yeah. But also I don't think a lot of them even know what to do with it because I love traditional media. Bob and Tom has been great, even though Bob and Tom has become like really popular on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and stuff. But like, I love that. That's been great for my career. I can't wait to go back on Bob and Tom. You know what's awesome? Bob and Tom people come to shows.
Right.
But yeah, you did good. You're figuring it out. And I don't like, and honestly, like right now it's like a net, like you are getting some stuff and which is better than what I had before.
Yeah. And like, that's what I just keep telling him. I'm like, nope. I'm like, I just want you to know that like I am literally like I'm sending, as soon as I can think of something, I am sending an email about it. I've reached out to like every podcast from here to Texas. And I think that I have this feeling, I'm like, I'm going to wake up one morning and I'm going to get like 15 messages from like everyone all at once. But I have a spreadsheet that I'm like keeping everything like all in line, all the emails that I've sent. And if I've heard back and if I have, I'm doing it, but it's the boulder, as Luke and I refer to it, is a lot heavier than I anticipated. I'm like, I thought it was going to be super easy.
That's going to be really fun when you do get to call me.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
And we get to celebrate something. And you know what's funny is you called me the other day and I thought that like.
I know, I felt bad.
No, don't ever feel bad. Always call me, always talk to me, because that's one of the things like you got to remember, like as my manager, we have to be honest about like your capabilities and like the pros and cons. Right. And like the biggest con is that you don't have experience in this. What the hell I'm doing. But in your pro column, I can talk to you and tell you. And a lot of times like it's weird because like the friend and business stuff kind of melds together a little bit, because I call you because like I don't feel comfortable like complaining to people about this stuff, like and like venting about like, I feel like an idiot. Like it's like, my Facebook, it's like it's blowing up. I get so nervous when stuff is going viral, and then like it's just I don't know, it's just disconcerting because it's totally, and I know it's good, but it's out of my control. Right. And
I think that it's scary going up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've felt like what it feels like to come down.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
it was pretty recent. So
yeah. Yeah. And I'm I'm just thinking about it, like what if something happens, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. So
right. And then that's just like, you just got to control your thoughts better.
Yeah, I do. I got to control my thoughts. You're
For
right.
real. Like, I mean, for real, you do, because you're just thinking about like, okay, well, what if? But it's like, well, that's not happening. That's not real.
Yeah.
Like, your Facebook is fine right now.
Yeah.
You're okay. That's real. What's real is that things are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, things are good right now. And I'm terrified. I'm going to Texas. It's scary.
Yeah.
I got this big gig. I had a venue. I'm doing this show. I can't go too much into this, but anyway, venue got upset with me because they're like, how come he's promoting this and this, but not this?
Oh, geez.
And I just want to say, like, I have my reasons.
There's a method to my madness.
And I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking about making a post about it, that like, I've never really badmouthed the venue publicly.
Yeah.
And there's plenty that I could.
Right.
But I just want everybody to know that I have a list in my head of every place I've ever performed. And most of them, I'm fairly neutral to it. I think it's fine. I thought that, like, I was like, they treated me fair. I feel like they got a fair deal and everything was fair. And we moved forward and the show was, like, good. And I got to do comedy, which is awesome.
Hell yeah.
But there is a list in my head of places that I will have nothing to do with. And I'm never going to, I might talk to other comedians about it privately. But, like, there's no point because, I have to be careful because, this is a funny thing is, like, these venues, right? And they're really depending on comedians and comedians' social media. Mm. And then if we use our social media to be like they're depending on our social media. And then if our social media doesn't do well enough to fill seats,
right?
And God forbid we say something about the venue, like we're like the venue, dude. A lot of these venues, it's the craziest thing because, like, I think when, like, this is what I think happened is, like, the stuff started popping off, the social media stuff, and they're like, we're doing fine, we don't need to worry about that, right. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then eventually it got to a point where it's like, oh well, we don't need to worry about it because they'll promote this show,
right?
I'm not a fucking promoter. I'm not a fucking promoter. I'm a comedian. I just want to tell fucking jokes. I'm so tired of posting about fucking shows. I don't give a shit. It's so fucking exhausting.
You know who could help you with that?
Who?
Your manager.
Yeah, but
But what?
It'd just be a pain in the ass, and
exactly.
It's not the amount of information that I would have to give to you. And, like, also, like, I don't want to I'm good. Yeah.
You see what I'm up against, people?
Yeah.
You see what I'm up against?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me help you. You're like, this is so frustrating. I don't want to do this. Okay, well, let me do it for you. Oh, no. I don't want that either.
That's me waiting in a plane.
Was that the white flag?
That was. I got to make whatever.
I know.
You went to Nate Jackson's Netflix taping. Was that last night?
Oh my gosh!
The night before.
It was Sunday night. We went to the 10 p.m. We stayed up very, very late, and went to the 10 p.m. At the Neptune to see Nate perform. And it's
not crowd work; it's just jokes.
It was crowd work too. It was
really?
it was about half and half.
Okay, cool.
And so it was really interesting, just to be there and be a part of it. And, like, I've never been to a taping of a show before, so that was really fun. And just watching Nate,
Nate
perform,
it up, man.
Just do his thing. He's so fucking good.
Uniquely talented. He's really great at comedy.
Right. And it was just fun, but it was selfishly, like, I thought it was really cool because I, like, walk in and there's, like, the staff from Super Funny that I recognize, and they're like, oh, hi. And then, Fred is there, and Rachel and Richie were there.
Who opened for him?
BT. It's not, I think BT Tinsley, I think is his name.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. And he did literally, like, he came on, he made sure that all the seats were filled. He went back off, came back on, did maybe 3 minutes. Yeah.
then
And then
it's all Nate the whole time. Yeah, because he's got to get as much footage as he can. Because he did 2 shows. He probably did what? He probably did an hour and a half at each show.
I think he did Was it only? No, it was Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. Did he do
So
2 shows
4.
a night? So he did 4 shows? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a different... Whenever... Like, I can't move tickets like Nate can. And so when I do comedy specials, like it's like one shot.
Yeah.
And if I mess up something, they'll stop the show and be like, okay, listen, we're going to go. We didn't have to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting ready to do that.
Do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. And so like at the end we had to like, they had to record like the outro shot or whatever it's called. And like, so we had to shoot it like 3 or 4 times. Like we all had to sit down and like, okay, like, all right, introducing Nate Axon, and everyone stood up and like that, like big, you know. But it was really fun. It was fun, and it was cool to feel like I was a part of it, you know, like Trenton was there and Brent was there.
Yeah.
And, I felt like, I know these people. Like, these are my friends.
You know, in a weird way, like, I mean, everybody's kind of a part of it. Whenever a comedian, like, makes it's not just them, you know. It's obviously mostly your work. It's mostly them. But it's, you know, I've been thinking a lot about that. Just you know, I'm 10 years in. And it feels, at times it feels like everything's happened so fast. But then also I'll remember things that happened my first year in comedy, and I'll be like, it feels like so long ago. It's like, I can't believe that, dude. My kids were 1 and 4.
Wow.
Like 1 and 3.
Yeah.
You know, when I started doing comedy, they were like babies.
Little ones.
You know, and now they're 11 and 14. And
well, even in just the last year, like you said, you were talking about the other day, like headlining Nate's that on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And
that was huge for me.
You know.
That was shit. That was 2 years ago. You know.
Was it just 2? I feel like it was longer than that.
Maybe a little bit longer than that. Like maybe 2 and some change. Yeah, because I didn't do it last Thanksgiving, and I think I did it the Thanksgiving before.
But yeah, I just remember that was yeah.
I was talking to Claudette about doing a Thursday there, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. R.I.P. Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. You might be wondering what the hell am I shooting? So, I guess you should get your calendar out and see if you can do this. So, you know we do the grief show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dead dad, my dad's dead dad.
Yeah, dead mom, dead dad, dead dog.
Dead dog, yeah.
Yeah. So, it was interesting because, like, this is a challenge.
Okay.
Oh,
God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need you to do comedy. I need you to tell a story. I want you to tell a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a sad one?
Yep.
Okay. Like right now?
No.
Okay.
On the show.
What day is it?
It's Sunday, February 23rd.
I love it.
Yeah. Are you into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's Sunday, February 23rd. Yeah, it's going to be heavy. Yeah, it'll be heavy.
I could do dead mom. I could do dead mom, dead dad, and dead dog. Which one do you want?
I don't know. And it's okay for the show. It's okay for it to have mirth and like levity. And in fact, that's probably better for it to have those things. But also, like, this is a challenge on my part to you, not just as like but as my friend too, to dive into this stuff. I think it will be really good for you. Yeah. And this show's amazing. This show's great. So if people don't know, me and Emmett Montgomery and Mark Bowen run this show called Dead Mom, Dead Dad, Dead Dog. And it's just a comedy show about grief and sadness.
But you can't be funny.
You can be, but we don't want you. I don't want you as a comedian. We'll have a different comedian, and then there'll probably be like a singer and some other stuff. So yeah, because I'm gonna be doing comedy, and I don't know what Emmett's gonna do. Emmett might do something strange,
probably like puppetry.
Or something. Mark will do music or something,
and I'm just gonna do spoken word.
Yeah, you're gonna tell a story. You're gonna tell a story, and I'm gonna introduce you, and then we'll do a big hug, and you'll be okay.
All right.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah. I talked to Emmett. You're the first person we've booked on it.
Okay.
So, like, I basically talked to Emmett for like 5 seconds yesterday, and I was like, hey, I have to put Jess. Because I was also imagining, like, if I did a show called Dead Mom, Dead Dad, Dead Dog, and like my best friend and manager who does comedy was not on the show, having your mom dying in like an industrial accident. It wouldn't be a good look.
No,
I can't imagine that you would have been very happy.
No,
if you saw me having that show, and I've been like, maybe next time. You gotta.
Your mom too. Yeah. They haven't died soon enough.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put up like I'm gonna get the event link going sooner. So by the time this podcast comes out, tickets should be available for that. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm doing a Just Famous for TCC.
Oh, those comedy special tapings?
A little 10-minute tapings.
Yeah, a little 10-minute taping.
Yeah.
What does the contract look like for that?
So they have control of it for, I think, like 90 days. And then after that, it's it's yours.
Do they keep it? Are they allowed to keep it just on their on their YouTube and stuff like that? So on their YouTube and their social media.
And they put like their watermark on it.
And then you can do whatever you want with that footage after that 90 days.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know much. I don't know how that stacks up against whatever else, but I told I know some
as far as my other comedy deals are going.
Yeah. I talked to Dan because a mutual friend of ours has a similar deal to that. And Dan said from his point of view, like there are some red flags with comedians doing things early on like that.
Right.
But also to, not that I don't agree with Dan, also at this point in folks' career when they're early on, like you just need
to take it.
Yeah, that's the funniest, dude. I love it when there's like a comic that's like 2 or 3 years in and they're like, I don't want to put like my best stuff just out there on the reels. Like, what if people come to my shows and they're like, they already heard that joke? And it's like, dude, nobody just put it like
it'll be all right.
Release it, So
well, it's an opportunity to be taped by Brent, who Brent is the best.
Yeah.
Right. And so to have good tape is really really good. Everybody loves that. Just another opportunity that you can't really refuse.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun, and I got to figure out what I'm gonna wear.
Yeah, let's go.
Also, you'll be really proud of me because I've been to the gym. I've been running.
I seen that. Yeah. You had a.
I even went for like a free run around my house.
Is that what you call it when you just running?
Just run free.
It's not. That's not a free. That's just running.
It's a free run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my app calls it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
That's
but
good.
it's not like on a treadmill. You're out there.
I get it.
It's not trail running.
You should do intervals with me sometime. You should come to the gym and do. I bet you can do it.
That's what I do. Yeah. But I was just like, oh god, it sucks. I suck so bad. It's so out of shape.
If you do, God, how long did I do it? I did it long enough to where I felt guilty if I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's the place you need to get.
Well, it happens quick. Like I love working out. Like I just hate doing it.
Yeah. It's complicated.
But like I'm already like, I'm like, oh no, I like this morning I got my gym bag already ready and I'm like, oh, I get to go to the gym tonight. I'm so excited. Because especially with running, like I love running because you can measure so quickly like how much better you're doing.
You can see the gains. Yeah. That's how I felt with, what's funny is yesterday I went and worked out and I had like so much stuff to do, but I was like, I got to do this for me. Mm-hmm. And I put on my headphones and what was I listening to? Oh yeah, I was listening to Nirvana and like, and it was so awesome. Like, cause I was pissed, right? Like, I'm just like, I have so much anger and like something about like, for that moment, like instead of being like angry and frustrated with like all these other aspects of like life that are some of which are in and out of my control, but I can't figure out which, and just to be frustrated with how much I hate exerting myself physically.
Yeah.
Was such a gift.
Well, it's just like, am I going to die?
Yeah.
Is this the way that it goes? Because it might be the end here.
I don't go as hard. I don't go that hard anymore. Like, it's not that hard. Like, I basically, I'm not increasing.
Anything is that fucking hard for me.
Yeah,
like, I'm not, like, pushing myself. I'm just doing the bare minimum. And it feels like I'm going to die.
You know what's awesome? So, in July, we're doing that run together, and it's growing. So, what's cool is
we're going to have to hit the gym.
No, why?
Oh, because we were going to be on the road together a couple of days.
Yeah, we'll be on the road, and we can go.
Yeah, we'll have to go to the gym.
Yeah, we can go to the gym together.
Yeah.
Or what's even cooler is come for a hike with me and go go. Don't make that I thing.
A hike! Come on, you're pushing it. You're pushing it.
It's the same as working out. It's just and you get a view.
I do like hiking.
Yeah,
I do like hiking.
Anyway, yeah, I already talked about how I hate Texas. What's up with our sponsor? Tell me what this is.
So Robbie sponsored our 100th episode.
Yeah.
Which, as you know, we already recorded.
Yeah.
So we have to decide today when we're recording next, because I have to do something now because he has sponsored the 100th episode. So it's going to be like the 102 episode. 102.
Yeah.
Oh.
100. Jesus, man. This fucking country's falling apart.
But so I have to do something, but but the way that we like schedule, we usually are like, we'll like call like a couple of days, but so it's not, I need more time.
I get it.
Plan.
Yeah. So let me look at my calendar real quick. Well, we'll do this after the show. Okay. Let's do this.
Jokes.
Let's do jokes. Let's do jokes, and then we'll figure this shit out off air. People don't need to hear this opening our calendar. All right. These ain't. I don't know if you know this. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but I was kind of a miserable little bitch today.
I saw you when you came in.
Yeah, not super into it. But I did write jokes, and I don't think they're good, but I did my best.
Okie dokie. Joke number 1. I went and saw Wicked with my wife last night instead of watching football. I didn't miss it because no matter what, I was going to see a bunch of people jumping around and shouting.
There's nothing there.
No. Joke number 2. There are some people in Greenland that really want the United States to take over. I know all the potential mass shooters are excited.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's time to shine.
Yeah.
That one's all right.
Joke number 3. If I could have one superpower, I would want the superpower to give myself more superpowers. I would like the superpower of more superpowers, please. Superpower me.
Oh.
Joke number 4. I don't know anything about a particle accelerator, but I do know that I wish this guy in front of me was going faster. God damn it!
I don't know anything about a particle accelerator, but I do wish the guy in front of me was going faster. You know what a particle accelerator is?
No,
it's like physics stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Thanks for listening to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. I will get back to you when I return from Texas.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay!
Anyway, that's it. Bye.